All right, welcome world to another episode of Real Spill with Dupree. I got my boy Dom in here. We
Yes,
about to
sir.
talk about the playoff bracket, bowl games, Willie Simmons to FIU, and Bill Belichick, the NFL legend to college football. So make sure y'all join in, talk to us in the comments. Comment section is open. Let us know y'all thoughts of what we saying, whether you agree or disagree, and add in your 2 cents.
Right. Like, share,
Like,
do
share,
all,
comment,
all that,
subscribe. Subscribe to
all
my
that,
YouTube channel.
all that.
Go ahead and add the thing to the
We keep it
groups
going,
real
man.
quick.
We need the people. Keep it going.
Yeah, we definitely need the people. We need y'all to chime in. We need y'all support.
And that constant reminder
Actually,
every week.
we actually need y'all to come in and disagree with us and tell us how much we don't know what we talking about, because that's gonna boost the ratings.
Right. Right. Yeah,
we
keep that
need we
teeth
need
though,
people
man.
sharing and saying these niggas don't know what they talk about.
Yeah. All that. We want it all. Mm.
I'm trying to share into all my groups real quick, and then we'll get started.
Gotta be on that all that Facebook talking all that talk. It's time to talk it right now. Right here.
Right, it'd be a lot of debates on the book. I've been trying to bring them debate. I need to just start tagging people. Say, man, bring that debate to the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
We need
For
that debate
real.
on the show.
Listen, I would love to have one of these Florida State fans in particular, and one of these Miami fans in particular, is just let's debate because they be going at it, bro. They be going at it.
Yeah, I think I need to start getting some people that want to come on here and start doing representing their team. I think I want to. I had talked about that before. I want a representative from each team, at least the big three, to come on here
Mm-hmm.
each weekend when we talking about it, and let them talk about their school and their recruiting situation, the players on the team. Uh, their vision for the next year. I guess we can start diving into that, especially after once these bowl games, these playoff games over. Start. So if y'all want to be on the show, man, just hit me up, send me a message. I'll hit Dom up, send him a message, and let us know. I seen the link. Ain't nothing but a link. All you need is the
Yeah.
internet, good connection, and I seen the link. You do got to download. I think it makes you download the app, the StreamYard guest app.
Yeah.
You download the app and you log right in. What up,
Yep.
Kenny?
Just that simple.
All right, so we're gonna dive on in. We're gonna start off with Coach Willie Simmons, former FAMU head coach, did big things at FAMU when he was here, taking them to newer heights, and then he leveraged that into a running back job at Duke for his old friend
Mm-hmm.
Manny Diaz, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people was not happy. A lot of people was bitter and felt like he was leaving FAMU hanging and leaving the HBCU and the black community hanging. But if you understand sports, you understand why he made the move, why he needed to make the move, because his ultimate goal is to be a Division I head coach. So with that being said, he spends 1 year at Duke. They go 9-3, and now he just was named the head coach of FIU last week. And leading up to that, it was a lot of people on Twitter uh, advocating, a lot of FIU fans advocating for Coach Simmons, bragging about his accomplishments. You actually UCF fan was advocating for Coach Simmons to come to their school as well, but FIU pulled the plug. They hired him. He was introduced last week, and his first week on the job, his hometown high school, Gaston County, went and played the
Yeah.
state championship in
Mm-hmm.
the stadium where Mr. Willie Simmons will reside. So that was,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that was amazing to see. Where he grew up at, where he played at, and his hometown playing their last game, the state championship game, in his new home was no. I think that was amazing to see. Now let me get your thoughts on it. What was your initial thoughts when you seen Willie Simmons at FIU?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit because I mean I know my homies gonna tune in. They're gonna be watching. We had a whole discussion on this shit when he first left. First, I'm gonna start mine off with an apology, just in case you watch it, you get whatever. I'm gonna apologize to Willie Simmons first. That's what I'm gonna start mine off because I was talking so much cash shit. Oh, he leaving, boom, 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 boom. But when nobody don't know your plan, bro, follow your plan. Don't worry about what the haters say. Because I got
Right.
on the. I wasn't mad because he left. Because people got to get off that shit. Oh, he turned back and back. You got to get off that shit. I wasn't on that. I was on that. The noise you put at FAMU in HBCU, I felt like I felt like he set up for less by taking a running back position. I felt like he should got a head coach position off rip. You know what I'm saying? All the noise he was
Right.
doing. But like I say, that's why I was kind of feeling like he shouldn't even left. He's gonna go for reference. But look, less than a year, less than a football season, boom, he had a head coach position. He knows what he's doing. So that was a great move. Like your ultimate goal is to be a head coach in Division One. The steps along, HBCU, wherever you go through, people got to understand that. Like this is man life. He know what he's doing. He know where he want to go with. So I congratulate him. I think that's big. Hope he do good. Hope he do well. He's proven himself every situation he was at. The team got better. Stats got better. If I'm not mistaken, Duke running back numbers got a little better. You know what I'm saying? They was relevant. So I congratulate him. Hope he do good. Hope he get a bigger job or whatever the case may be. Whatever he's trying to do. That was a real big move, and I think he's gonna do good at FIU. And I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do good too. I think he's gonna kill it. Um, I think he's gonna kill it. I think he's gonna do a wonderful job. The biggest key is gonna be what kind of staff he can put together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Somebody who I would like to see go with him. I would like to see Devin go over there with him, just because I feel like they're a perfect team. What they were able to do at FAMU together
I
was
want
was
to thank
was was
y'all.
amazing.
You heard about Devin though?
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. The rumors, since we own that, the rumors are he's supposed to be coming to Florida State. I haven't seen him confirm it. I haven't seen Florida State confirm it. I haven't seen Colorado confirm it. But it's circulating on social media, Twitter, Facebook, that he's going to Florida State. But yeah, when Willie first took the job, that's the first thing came to my mind was, man,
Yeah.
if him and Devin get back together down south in the 305, man, what
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
could do down there, especially with that trend. I think the transfer portal going to be Willie's biggest asset, because you got to think about how many kids leave the state of Florida, go other places, don't play as much, or don't have the success that they thought they're going to have, and end up transferring to other schools. I feel like FIU could be that destination for especially for the Florida kid who leave,
Yes.
go somewhere 2-3 years and realize, oh, this ain't what I thought it was going to be. I'm gonna come back home, play home, and then you go into the 305 to play for Coach Simmons. We already know he's gonna run a fun, high-powered, explosive offense. The key gonna be who he get it. Like I said, on the defensive side of the ball, I've seen some reports that he's keeping some of the defensive coaches, which I think is a good idea, especially being that he's more of an offensive guy. You want to keep something from the old staff, and then especially on the side of the ball that you're not, expertise in. That just gives you one less thing to worry about. So I'm excited for him, man. I'm with you on. I think he's gonna do a big thing down there, and to be honest, big things at FAU is 8-4, 9-3. You know what I'm saying? Like if he could do 8-4, 9-3, compete for, make sure he competing every Saturday, and showing some promise. I think he could win. I think he could win championships over there. Just in the conference
Yeah.
they in, I feel like they can win some
Yeah.
championships over there.
Really dominate.
Now I would refrain from him coming back and getting some of his FAMU players and FAMU coaches, just because you know how the backlash was when he left.
That's gonna be
You
that's
start
gonna be
you start cutting around him,
going
touching the
back.
players
Yeah.
and coaches, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody swore Dion was gonna do. But
Yeah.
on the positive side of that people don't see is if he does come back and get some of those guys, he's just putting them on a bigger platform, and that's what I
Bigger
think people
platform.
fail to
That's what
realize.
yes, yeah.
He'll be coming back. He get a player. They say, okay, you had fan come play 1 year FIU, 2 year FIU, not not NFL really on you. They probably already on you because FAMU on that level.
Yeah.
FAMU had some guys go to the league from FAMU, so it ain't like they
Yeah.
need another stepping stone. But it's just another accolade that some of these players can add to their resume by saying, okay, right, I put on at FAMU, I put on at FIU, you know, so just building the resume. And I think the same thing for the coaches. If any of those FAMU coaches that want to eventually get D1, you know, if he can come back and get them a job, I think that'll be amazing. Obviously, it'll hurt FAMU, but it's like tale of two stories. Like one thing is like, okay, I'm giving my coaches, you know, guys that I built relationship with the 5-6 years he was at FAMU, to get him a bigger opportunity, a bigger platform. Because you got other people who gonna say, look, he ain't even come back and get none of his coaches. So it's like, you're in a
damn if you do, damn if you don't, bro.
Right. So
that's why the
I
ultimate goal put us in a better position. Then that should be the ultimate goal. If you reach back and put them on, give them a bigger spotlight, that should be the ultimate goal. And if everybody gives that, then guess what? It'd be no issue.
right. So we both agree we think Willie gonna do good. I'm excited for him. I'm actually gonna get me some FIU gear, and
I'm doing some good.
I'm definitely gonna go to some game. I ain't never been to FIU, but I gotta go support Coach. Right.
Yeah, man.
The other coaching carousel news is Bill Belichick, the NFL legend, New England Patriots legend, Super Bowl champion winning, league dominating coach, has made his way to college football, to the University of North Carolina. Now, it sounds crazy saying it. It sounded crazy reading it. It sounded crazy posting it. It still don't feel real. What are your thoughts on Bill Belichick coming to college?
Well, he's 75.
Huh?
When he's 75, he's pretty old.
Yeah, he like somewhere in there.
Gotta be, bro. I mean, he's a great coach now, but you know, it's gonna be a little different on the college scale. And these kids and the NIA deals and attitudes and boom, boom. He gonna get a lot of people that come and claim to him because of who he is. Trust me, I know that.
Right.
I can't call it. I just really don't know. I think the first year gonna be rocky though. I know the first year gonna be rocky. Second year he might have some upsides. To be honest with you, I'm just gonna give my real thoughts. See, I think my third or fourth year Belichick gonna be gone.
I think he gonna do good too. He's 72.
72.
Yeah. I
He still might be.
think he gonna.
Still might be so hard in the end though. So, he might be good.
I think the biggest question everybody had for him was, can he relate to the new era of college football, number one, and then these young players, these young kids, can he get them to understand his philosophy?
I don't think so.
Because you know he hardcore, he old school, he hardcore. Right. And he got an NFL background where, you know, NFL is, you know, no holds barred, no holding back, no kissing nobody's ass. I ain't patting you on the back. I'm gonna tell you if you suck. I'm gonna tell you if you need to work harder. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he do it. Now, on that note, his biggest recruiting land already was I think it was 5-star, 4-star, depending on what site you look at. But he the top quarterback they had committed, Baker, he was in the portal when they fired Mac Brown, and then today he just reaffirmed that he's gonna stay with North Carolina. He said after sitting down with Bill Belichick, he trusts what Bill Belichick brings to the table and the plan he got for the university. So he said he stands. So that's a big get. You got a quarterback of the future, the quarterback of this class that you got to get in and try to salvage and put something together last minute. So that's a big win for him starting out, is getting that quarterback to stay in.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this too. And I ain't just saying it because you just said that. Quarterbacks, I feel like he gonna have no problem with, black or white. Right. I feel like they're gonna be the ones that they can take the harsh punishment because they see the work. First thing I think about Tom Brady. So whatever this man cuts me, whatever you do, I don't give a damn. I'm boom, boom, boom. But I just think for the rest of the players, I don't think it's gonna translate that good because these college kids, you know, they deal with money and things that people can promise you and talk to you now. It's like, should I deal with this? Like, I'm gonna share a story that I heard Ocho share. You know, everybody always be questioning about, you know, why he wasn't so good in New England. Like, what really happened? And he said he was kind of distraught from the first meeting. he say when he seen Belichick rip Tom Brady like that in front of the whole team, he said after that day he felt like he was walking on eggshells. This Ocho now, this is an
Right.
established NFL receiver, and he felt
Yeah.
the pressure like, I don't want to fuck around for these college kids. These dudes is
Right.
transferring in the portal to a team in the same conference. I don't mean to call
Right.
y'all ETN. I don't mean to call y'all Boston College quarterback. I'm not going to my. I'm not going to a team I just played last year that lost me,
Right.
whatever the case may be. I ain't doing it.
Right.
So they be doing things like that. So he don't really have, I think, a problem with some of these kids.
I agree. And then the other side of that is, I think it'll come down to his staff too. It's gonna come down to his staff. Like he
Yeah,
already
yeah.
hired former head coach Freddie Kitchens. He hired somebody else that was a former NFL coach. So I think he's gonna do what Nick Saban was able to do in college, where you get former head coaches to come be on his staff. And I seen Keyshawn Johnson the other day on the show say he got to hire black coaches if he want to be able to recruit. And
I
it got
totally
took
agree.
out of
I know
context
I
because
took that
people were
content. I know
saying,
it did, man. I know it
right,
did, but I agree.
people
Mm-hmm.
took it out of context is meaning like he's saying nobody's going to play for him because he's white. But I think what he's saying is you're going into homes of kids, and I think the relate factor, not race
Yeah.
factor, is the relate. Can you relate
Yeah.
to these kids? And recruiting is all about how you relate. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be able to relate,
It's
and I'm
all
not
this about.
sure if he
Right.
can relate. Right.
Yeah. Right. It's
Like
like the
even Nick
homeowner.
Saban, as stubborn and as hardcore and straight to the point Nick Saban was, he was relatable to the kids because
Yep.
he been in the culture. You got to understand the culture, and I'm not talking about black culture. I'm talking about the college football culture. You got to understand and relate what these kids is, what they like, what they don't like, what their interests are, and you got to be able to do that to be able to land them. Now he got to put young. I think he got to get all his coaches can't be old, even if they black. You got to have young coaches. You got to get some college coaches who've been in college, who understand the college landscape. And I think what's going to bode well for him the most is, although he's going to be hardcore, although he's going to be, nonchalant, he's done it at the level that all these kids want to go to. So if you really want to get to the league and you really want to be developed and you really want to be pushed and you really want to be coached hard, you ain't gonna take it personally. The players who do take it personally are the players that want to lollygag, want to half-ass, want everything handed to them. Them are the players who ain't gonna be able to play for Bill Belichick, and that's in the NFL or college. The same
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
with Nick
Yeah.
Saban. Like these needy ass kids and these kids that feel like I'm supposed to start because I came in here with 5 stars and I'm supposed to go to I'm supposed to go all the workouts. I can shorten the meetings when I want to. They couldn't play for Nick Saban either. So
That shit ain't.
I think he'll hit and miss on some kids, but I think those kids who really, really want it and really want to be pushed and really want to be great, I think he'll be able to get them. And then, like I say, once he put a product on the field, we already know he know how to coach. He know what he's doing. He's gonna have an amazing scheme on both sides of the ball. They're gonna be prepared. They're gonna be disciplined. They're gonna be focused. They're gonna be motivated. Like all that's easy, but like you say, he's got to land some elite players because them elite players change the game. Like you ain't gonna be able to win like you did it with the Patriots with a bunch of no names and hard working, players, and then get some and just mix it in. You probably can win some games, but you ain't gonna be able to win no championships with them. And maybe he prove us wrong. Maybe he get a bunch of 2 stars and 3 stars and put that, because you're gonna have an NFL type training system, development system. You're gonna have an NFL type weight room set up. He gonna have all. They already said they increasing their NIL from 4 million to 20 million, so they're gonna be huge NIL players. He gonna be another one I think gonna benefit a lot off the portal. Like I think where he missing high school, them players that's ready to get to the league, they gonna know, okay, boy, I go play for Bill Belichick for a year or two. It's the same thing why people go to Georgia and Alabama, Ohio State, like just by being in that program that the NFL team gonna be like, okay, you come out that system. That's the NFL factory. And and Bill Belichick is well respected in the NFL. He got great relationships with owners, GMs. So You may have that player that might not have went to the league under a different coach at a different school, go to the league just because the coach is them people gonna be talking to Bill Belichick and say, yeah, I know he don't got the stats. I know he ain't had the accolade, but I'm telling you, his work ethic, his work ethic crazy. Huh? Right. And who not gonna listen to Bill Belichick when they talking about player development? If Bill Belichick called Dom Yates and say, Dom, hey, I'm telling you, he may not have the stats, he may not have the high school, he may not have whatever, but he is a kid that you can get in the league and develop. You can be a kid with tremendous upside, and then you get him in the league and you can develop him, even further. So I think that he ain't gonna have no problem recruiting, but he definitely ain't gonna have no problem getting guys out of the portal. I think we temporarily lost Don, but I'm gonna continue to go on by Bill Belichick. I think it's a great fit. I think North Carolina said they tired of being mediocre program. They tired of underachieving. They tired of not being mentioned in the top in the ACC. And then, like I say, now you got the 12-team playoff picture. So they went and got their guy, and they went and got a guy that you would normally say, okay, well, he's 72 years old. Why would you bring him to college? He never coached in college, all that kind of stuff. But it's Bill Belichick. I think he's going to do good. He also had in his contract, well, I ain't going to say his contract, but it's been speculation that he was saying he want to have his son a head coach in waiting. That was a part of, if he going to take the job or not. Apparently, North Carolina agreed. I think his son is the defensive coordinator. Let me see where his son, the defensive coordinator, is. I know his son, the defensive coordinator, somewhere right now. He wants his son to eventually have a head coaching job. So he took the North Carolina job with the idea of paving the way and creating a situation for his son for the future. So I like I say, that part alone puts you in a good spot if you were, like I said, if you paying attention and you saying, okay, well, why would Bill Belichick go to North Carolina? Why would North Carolina hire him? Bill Belichick said he did want to coach. He always wanted to coach in college. And now he also said that he does want to go back to the NFL at some point. And I think his buyout is only like $1.5 million or something like that. So it'll be easy for an NFL team to come swoop him up. But like the other side of that is he did do it so his son can have a future head coaching job. He's trying to help his son climb the ranks too. His son, Stephen Belichick. Let me see where he at right now. He is the defensive coordinator at Washington Huskies. So his son is currently in college. He's the defensive coordinator at Washington. His alma mater is Rutgers. He played lacrosse. He also played football. He was a long snapper. He was also on the Patriots staff from 2012 to 2015 as a defensive assistant. Then he coached the safeties for the Patriots from 2016, 2018, 2019. He coached the DBs. 2020 to 2023, he coached outside linebackers before 2004 going over to the Washington. Oh, my bad. Yeah, Washington Huskies. So I think it's good. I'm interested in see how it go, and how that develop. I think they're gonna be good. I think it's gonna be an easy fix. I think it's gonna be an easy turnaround. I know, especially at this day and age with the transfer portal and NIL. And that's another thing. Like he knows how to work the NIL. Hold on, y'all. He know how to work the NIL. He come from an NFL background where he had to juggle, salaries and all that kind of stuff. He was already talking about, like, he had a whole list of stuff he wanted in his contract about money for staff, money for NIL. And he actually, I think they said they're going to give him $10 million for his staff. So that's going to be big. And then, like I say, he wants a GM, so you're gonna put a GM that's gonna handle, all the NIL stuff, roster stuff, just like he did in the NFL. So, like I say, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great fit. And then, like I say, his history in the NFL is gonna help because he's ahead of the curve as far as all these other universities that are trying to learn how to pay players and how to manage money and how to decide whether you give this player this amount or that player this amount. How much money you got in the NIL. Okay, we're gonna spend this on quarterbacks. We're gonna spend this on running backs. I think that part gives him an advantage. And although he may be behind everybody else in culture and understand college football landscape, the fact that he has NFL background on from a GM, from a player personnel, the payments and salary standpoint, he got the edge. So I think he's gonna dive on in that thing and take off. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't be good year one. And I'm not saying championship year one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the hunt for the championship year one because I'm one of those people that you look at programs and you can see the potential. You can see North Carolina recruits well, even though they haven't really been winning championships and stuff. They recruit well. It's a lot of in-state talent that he can tap into. And then, like I say, the portal as well with the NFL ready guys, the guy that's like, okay, I need one more opportunity. He's gonna kill it there, and I think like I said, I think he's gonna do good. It's gonna be interesting to see who he put on his staff. How many young coaches? How many already in college coaches? How many coaches with college experience? That got ties to certain areas. Recruiting is all about who high school wise, how many high school coaches relationships you got. But at the end of the day, also, who's going to tell Bill Belichick, no, they can't come to my school and talk to my kids. You're gonna let them come talk to your kids regardless, just for the simple fact, so you can be able to say we had Bill Belichick on campus. Same thing with Willie Simmons. I think Willie Simmons is gonna have an easy time recruiting. He's in the state of Florida, the 305, the heart of the best talent in the world. We already know best talent in the world come out of South Florida. He's right there. He's right there in the thick of it. He was already talking about how he's wanted to make the playing for FIU fun and make it a cool thing. People, kids frown upon when you say FIU and FAU, but they don't understand that those are big universities as well, and you can go do big things there. So I think the Taz the Taz Bill Belichick got and the Taz Willie Simmons got are two different, but they also kind of the same. Where I don't think Bill Belichick really gonna have a problem. He don't have to sell North Carolina. He don't have to sell the university. He don't have to sell anything. Whereas Willie Simmons got to sell it being cool to play for FIU. He's got to sell, that being a destination, just like you would going to a Miami or Florida or Nebraska or Ohio State, or Alabama or Georgia. He's got to sell that to the top tier recruits. I don't think Bill Belichick gonna have to sell going to North Carolina to top recruits because they are 4 and 5 stars were already going there. So they different but the same. I think both of them got the same task at hand is who you put on your staff. That's number one. And then uh, hitting that portal hard. Got to hit the portal. Get you some good players, some good right now players, and then go from there. I say the portal has made it where taking a coaching job is it's an easier flip than normal. Normally, before the portal, you take a job and it's like, okay, now I gotta build all these recruiting relationships. I gotta get in the area, get in the community, get to know these high school coaches and players. And now with the transfer portal, you still got to do that. Obviously, you got to make sure you still recruit high school players. You got to still make sure you build those high school coaches relationships. And until you hold on, y'all. Yo, I'm trying to add Don back. Yo,
yeah.
I'm trying to add you.
I
Oh
can
my
see
bad.
you. Yeah.
I was trying to add you
Roll
back.
up on
I-
me.
yeah, but I was just talking.
I like
I
this
just kept.
team like this.
I just kept talking about the Bill Belichick thing and what he got to do to change. I was talking about his son Steven Belichick. You know how he added that in his demands of he want to make his son a head coach in waiting, and then his
Oh, for
son is current.
Carolina?
Yeah, Steven Belichick is his son. He coached,
Yeah.
so he want him to be the head coach in waiting because he said his goal is still to get back to the NFL. And right now, his son is defensive coordinator at Washington Huskies,
Oh,
and
see, I know you
his son coached at the Patriots with him as well. So I think like I
I
was
know,
just going over that, sharing some of the stats, and his son coached
I know,
at.
I know he said his goal was get back in the NFL. I
Yeah,
know he
yeah. He
said that.
said his end goal is to get back to the NFL. And if I remember correctly, when I read it, he said 2 3 years, 2 3 years in college, and he
Right,
want
and
to,
look,
because
I said four. I said four. He gonna be out of there.
right. And
I just
then,
think,
huh?
I just think the game is evolving, man. I just think Nick Saban knows something. You know what I'm saying? It's just like about accepting. It's like just like everything,
Right.
the way of the game, all that, and I just think it ain't an old coach sport no more. That shit
Yeah,
dead.
and he his buyout is only like 1.5 million. But 1.5 million. So his buyout low. So
Yeah,
anybody, NFL team can come in and swoop him easily. I believe he did it because he had the itch to coach one, and I think it ain't no NFL jobs that's interest in right now. And then also, like I say, to pay it away. He was mentioning paving the way for his son. You're like, okay, I can
mm-hmm.
get in here. He can set the foundation. He can set the program up. And then all his son got to do is get in there and hit the ground running and keep everything going. But 2 3 years 2 years is really enough time to get in there, lay
Yeah,
the foundation down, teach your son how to do everything. And I think they're gonna be straight. I think it's gonna be an instant. I think they're gonna be instant results. I think North Carolina, because North Carolina was already
I
a good
always beat
program.
them.
Yeah. Now
True, true.
they haven't been living up to it, but they didn't came
Yeah,
in to at least the last 2 3 years. They didn't came to the season with a bunch of hype and
my
hope around them.
expectations. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they just for some reason didn't. I know quarterback play. Quarterback got hurt. They were down to like their third string quarterback at one point this year, so that didn't help. But they running backs, Hampton, that boy a baller.
Mm-hmm.
So they had some players. I think he can instantly have them 8-4, 9-3, and I wouldn't even rule out, depending on what they schedule in next year. I wouldn't even rule out them being 10-2. Now the key gonna be keeping the players he got. I think he had some players
Mm-hmm.
that hit the portal, getting those players back out the portal. He got the quarterback back, keeping the recruiting class together, and then hitting the portal himself
Yeah,
with some because the scheme he gonna try to teach the younger guys with no experience. It may take them longer to learn it. So if you can hit that portal and get you some older, fast learning guys who can come in right now and grasp that concept, because they're gonna have to do it in the NFL anyway. So if you got a
yeah,
1 year guy, 2 year guy come in, bum 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 bum, and then if you get the players can grasp it on a player level, then you utilize them to help the other players grow. Oh, okay, Don, this what Coach saying. You know what I'm saying? Now it may not be whatever not clicking to you on the field. Me and you get together. We both linebackers. You know what I'm saying? We get together off the field and say, okay, I'm gonna teach you. We gonna work on this. You know what I'm saying? And then I think that'll help him speed it up. Because I think he's
yeah.
gonna come in and run. He's gonna come in and run some NFL type systems on both sides of the ball,
Yeah. I mean, because the ACC is open now, so
wide open.
yeah.
We're gonna
So let me.
transform away from the two coaching carousels. Like I said, big shout out to Willie Simmons going to FIU, and then Bill Belichick coming to college. We're gonna jump right into bowls. It's bowl season. We're gonna go over some bowls. I'm gonna call the matchups out there. We'll talk about who we think gonna win, and then if we know anything about each team, we can say why we think they're gonna win. You got South Alabama and Western Michigan. They playing in the Salute the Veterans Bowl. That's actually tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna pick South Alabama. Them boys been putting up some points all year.
Oh yeah, and they got I go with South Alabama too. I don't really too much deep in detail know about either one of those
Right.
things, but
Man, South Alabama. See, South Alabama put a 84 points on somebody on national TV.
Damn.
Matter of fact, I'm finna look it up. They played on a Thursday night. I keep tapping on the wrong computer. They played on a Thursday night. I'm gonna get exactly who they played. They put a 80. I think it was like 84 to. Man, it was a huge blowout actually. Make you want to start taking them on your parlays when they did that. Who did they play? Let me go to ESPN. But yeah, it was a Thursday night. Now I seen that thing. I said, boy, these boys done put a basketball number on national TV. I just want to say, I want to be able to say who they played, what conference them boys in. Oh, there they go. Yeah, 80s. They beat Northwestern State 87-10.
Oh.
Northwestern State, they in the Southland Conference. Them boys ain't win no game this year. Not surprising. But yeah, they beat so definitely. Yeah, them boys ain't win no game. 87-10 though. In college football, that's crazy. It's crazy. They only ended up 6-6 though, which is weird. Then you got Tuesday night. You got Memphis versus West Virginia. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go West Virginia.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't think did somebody get. I'm trying to think that anybody from Memphis get in the portal. I don't think they quarterback or nothing got in the portal. I'm think I'm gonna go. Shoot. I'm gonna go West Virginia only because, well, specifically because they quarterback from Tallahassee, and they got a wide receiver from Tallahassee. So I gotta go with Tallahassee.
I already knew why.
Western Kentucky and James Madison on Wednesday.
I'm gonna go James Madison. I see them play before.
I'm going James Madison too.
Yeah, I like James Madison.
They playing in the Boca Raton Bowl. In the Art of Sport LA Bowl, you got that's Grunk. Grunk hosts that bowl. You got California and UNLV. That's a tough one.
I'm gonna go with California though.
I'm gonna go UNLV. I'm gonna go UNLV. I like their backup quarterback. And on that UNLV, and I forgot to talk about that, and when we were going over the coach, but Dan Mullen just took that job. I think he's gonna kill it over there. Low expectations. They ain't gonna really put no trouble on him to recruit, and he got NIL, so I think he's gonna do good over there actually. And then in the New Orleans Bowl, you got Georgia Southern and Sam Houston. I don't know nothing about either one of them, but Sam Houston actually just fired. I think they lost their coach. They lost their coach. I think he took another job. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go Georgia Southern. You going Georgia Southern too? Yeah. And then you got Ohio and Jacksonville State. They playing in Orlando in the Staff DNA Career Bowl. I'm going Jacksonville State.
I'm going with Florida boys.
And then the Gasparilla Bowl, you got the Tulane Green Wave and the Florida Gators.
No, I'm going
I'm going Florida too. And Florida got to win that game. Florida got to win that game. There's a lot of pressure on them because Tulane has lost every single quarterback on their roster got on the portal. The starter is now at Duke. They backup and the third string quarterback all hit the portal. So now Florida, Florida probably was going to be the favorite, but they shouldn't be because Tulane is 9-4. They've been playing really good football the last couple of years. Florida 7-5, and I think even with Tulane having a better record, Florida was still going to get blasted if they would have lost, even though they lost to a 9-4 team. But now that they got 3 quarterbacks in the portal, boy, you got to win that game.
You better win that
game. In the Murder Beach Bowl, you got Coastal Carolina and UTSA. I don't know nothing about neither one of them teams. Coastal Carolina was good when they had the quarterback. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go Coastal Carolina. You going, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna
pass. Hawaii Bowl. The famous Idaho Bowl, Idaho Potato Bowl is Northern Illinois and Fresno State.
I'm going Fresno State.
I'm gonna go Northern Illinois only because they beat Notre Dame this year. And I like their coach. And the Hawaii Bowl, he got South Florida, San Jose State.
I'm going with Florida boys.
The Florida boys should win, but for some reason, I just don't trust South Florida. I'm going San Jose State. The game above Sports Bowl is Pittsburgh and Toledo. That's the easy one. I'm going Pittsburgh. Where you going with that? Pittsburgh or Toledo? Longest Pittsburgh quarterback play. Longest Pittsburgh quarterback play.
Yeah.
Then the Rate Bowl is Rutgers and Kansas State. Kansas State.
We'll go Rutgers.
You going Rutgers? Rutgers be playing good in them bowl games. That's them Hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
The boy played good in them bowl games. And the Armed Forces Bowl, you got Oklahoma versus Navy. I actually think this is going to be a good game that people probably won't talk about because you just see Navy and just assume the worst. But them boys been playing some good-ass ball this year. I wouldn't be surprised if Navy win. Actually, I'm going to pick Navy.
I'm picking Navy. I understand they're going to get out physical outmatch.
That's what I was thinking about, too.
It might not be no blowout, but physicality going to play a factor.
Right. And the Birmingham Bowl, this is a good one right here. This is another good one that I circled. I think people going to overlook Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Oh,
that's going to be a good
one. Damn.
I'm going to go Vanderbilt. I ain't going to lie.
I gotta go Tech, bro. Tech them want some battles, bro.
Right.
Damn Miami. I gotta go Tech, bro.
I'm going Vandy. Just because the way Georgia Tech play is the way Vandy want to play defense and the way they want to play. Physical, run the ball down your throat. They got that athletic quarterback. And that's the way Vandy want to play.
That's tough, bro. That's crazy saying that shit.
Right. It's crazy saying that. But them boy out physical Bama.
Bama, bro.
On both sides of the ball. So I'm going Vandy in that. Another good one, even though they records ain't that good, Texas Tech and Arkansas.
I'm only going Texas Tech because what they supposed to fucking be.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go Arkansas because I like Taylor Green. The Arkansas quarterback. I'm gonna go with him. I like him. So I'm gonna pick him. Right. Another good one is probably gonna be a shootout. Most likely high scoring Syracuse and Washington State.
Definitely gonna be a shootout. I'm definitely going with Syracuse.
I'm going Syracuse too. And people really high on Washington State quarterback. I don't know if you've seen him play.
Oh yeah, it might be. This shit might come down to who got the ball at.
Who got the ball at? That's exactly what it's gonna come down to.
Mm-hmm.
This is another good one. And the Las Vegas Bowl, Texas A&M and USC.
USC, damn boy, yeah. I gotta roll with Texas A&M.
I'm gonna roll with Texas A&M too.
That's gonna be
I
a
just
good
don't
one
trust
though.
USC defense.
I'll never trust USC.
Right.
That's all. Yeah.
We were just speaking of North Carolina. They in the Fenway Bowl against UConn. I don't know much about UConn. I'm gonna go with UConn. Although I don't really know much about UConn, but I'm gonna go with UConn because there's so much outside noise going on at North Carolina. New coach, quarterback play ain't been good. I don't know, and I don't know. I just don't. I think when you have a lot of outside noise, if they don't, are they gonna be focused? Are they gonna be locked in? Are they gonna be looking at the future of okay, we got Belichick? Everybody looking toward like you know what I'm saying, like let's ready for the Belichick era. So I'm gonna go UConn.
I'm gonna go North Carolina just because of that reason. I think they're gonna be locked in. I think they're gonna be looking to the future, but I think it's gonna be no distraction.
That's good. That's a good analysis. And the Pinstripe Bowl, Boston College and Nebraska.
I'm
I'm
going.
going.
I'm going Nebraska because
I'm
I
going
think. I
Nebraska
mean, that
too.
defense, and then yeah, most college quarterback transfer, and yeah, those
He
are
had got
basically
benched. He had got benched before then anyway though, so they haven't been playing the rest of the
it.
season without him.
Yeah,
I'm going Nebraska like you say. I'm going just like you say defense, and then the solidified quarterback and Dylan Raiola. You know he want to be like Patrick Mahomes so bad, but I'm gonna go with them. Mexico Bowl is Louisiana and TCU. That's the easy one. TCU. Who you going with?
yeah, yeah.
Pop Tarts Bowl. A lot of money on NIL. Best quarterback you had in a long time. No, I'm stop. I ain't gonna do that to the board. Now in the Pop Tarts Bowl, you got the best offense in the country. Miami going against Iowa State and Orlando, Florida. Who you got? It's hard.
I'm going with Keenan Ward in Miami, man. I just hope they don't let me down. I mean, I hear him talking about it. I've seen his FaceTime him and Shadura,
All
so
right.
he's still in it. He's still, so I'm gonna go with Keenan Ward. I hope they don't let me down.
I'm going with the Canes too. I'm gonna skip some of them. Ain't really too much. The Alamo Bowl, BYU and you just talked about it. Shadua Sanders, Travis Hunter last game at Colorado. BYU Colorado. Who you got?
I'm gonna say the same thing. I hope Colorado don't let me down, man. I hope we'll put on the show. I know BYU, I don't know what everybody thinking, but I know in
Right,
them trenches is different. You know what I'm saying? Them boys bigger, physical. So it ain't gonna be no damn Colorado's gonna blow them out. I don't think so.
right.
But
Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna
going
go with that.
Colorado too, but I think it's gonna be a good game, good close physical game. Definitely, I would if I would get to beat the
Protect your
huh
door. Protect my dog, man. Protect your door. You protect your door,
right.
then
Yeah,
you
it's
get a
gonna be a
game.
field day. I think BYU got the physical part. I think they're gonna. I think they. I would give them the physical edge over Colorado. Colorado still growing into that physical team.
Yeah.
BYU all been that. That's been their identity. If they don't do nothing else, you know they're gonna hit you in the mouth on both sides of the ball. So, but I think Colorado gonna beat them. Too much skill.
Too much skill, too much speed, too much Travis. Goddamn him.
In the Music City Bowl, you got Iowa and Missouri.
Iowa and Missouri. I'm
Yeah,
going even though they was falling out towards the end of the season, it's still in them. I'm going Mizzou.
I'm going Mizzou too. In the Weller-Quest Bowl, Alabama, Michigan, and Tampa, Florida.
That's gonna be another good one.
That's gonna be a real good one. You know, Bama.
Michigan
You know, Bama.
still
You know, Bama don't know how to beat 6 and 16s because Oklahoma beat the shit out of them. So,
right. I'm gonna say I kind of feel the same way about the last three bowls, Miami, Colorado too. I'm gonna
right.
put my heart in my dog Milrow, man, and hopefully he just deliver. And Ryan Williams do his little thing, but it ain't gonna be no easy one. It's gonna be
If
physical.
Michigan corner he declared for the draft, if he play, that might go. I mean, that'll be a good matchup to see the true freshman sensation Ryan Williams go against the best or one of. Not gonna say the best because Travis Hunter still in college. One of the best cornerbacks in the country. So I'm gonna pick Bama though. I'm gonna pick Bama. But I think that I really hope they I hope the corner play. I hope Will Johnson. I was trying to look for his name. Will Johnson entered the draft the other day. I'm hoping he played because I like to see him and Ryan Williams battle. But I'm gonna go with Bama too. And Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, you got Louisville, Washington. That's gonna be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I'm going Louisville though. I like that quarterback. You know,
I
he
like that
follow
quarterback too. I think he entered the draft. I believe. I think I seen that. I'm gonna go Washington. I don't know.
If he in
I'm just go. Huh?
if he in the draft, if he in the draft, yeah, they gonna lose, man.
I think he entered the draft, but he still, when you enter the draft, you still can play. I think he
Oh
declared
yeah,
for the draft.
I hope he play. If he play, yeah, I'm going Louisville.
I'm going Washington. And the Cheez It Bowl,
Louisville.
Louisville, they gonna let you down. And the Cheez It Citrus Bowl, South Carolina, Illinois, that's gonna be a good game. I'm going South Carolina though.
I like Illinois. Yeah, I'm going South Carolina. I think the defense gonna be more biting on that side when it comes down to fourth quarter in the trenches. South Carolina got
And
that one.
Lenore Sellers. They got Lenore Sellers.
They'll have some matchups. I mean, they lost, but
I want to see if Illinois can block Kennard and Stewart off that edge because nobody else in the country been able to do it all year.
Yeah.
And the Kenders Texas Bowl, Baylor and LSU.
I gotta roll with them young YNs at LSU, man.
Yeah, I'm running with them. I'm going with LSU too.
It's gonna be too much.
Then in the Tax Slayer Bowl, Gator Bowl, Duke versus Ole Miss.
Their quarterback gone. I'm going to Ole Miss.
Oh yeah, he gone. Yeah. Ole Miss, they're gonna beat the shit out of them, boy. Ole Miss gonna beat the shit out of them. Even if Murphy would have played just because Lane Kiffin pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
He pissed off about that playoff berth.
I see him play right now.
All right, that's it for the bowl games. That'll wrap that up. Now, for what everybody want to talk about, now we talked about this before they made the announcements of the bracket. We talked about Bama not being worthy of getting in, shouldn't get in 9-3. It's gonna come down to the conference championship games, and SMU needed to either win or keep the game close with Clemson. Started off bad. SMU was getting their behinds kicked. They came back, made it a game, lost on the last second field goal. So they got in. Penn State, even though they got blew out by, well, not blew out, but they were getting blew out by Oregon as well. Penn State also came back, made it a game. Right. They didn't drop that far. So the 12 teams is Oregon 1, Georgia 2, Boise State 3, Arizona State 4, Texas 5. Texas losing the SEC championship game to Georgia dropped down to 5. Penn State 6, Notre Dame 7, Ohio State 8, Tennessee 9, Indiana 10, SMU 11, and Clemson 12. So with the first round byes is Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, and Arizona State. They all got the first round byes. And then your bracket shapes up to Tennessee, Ohio State, Oregon, Arizona State, Texas, and Clemson are all on the same side. That's the left side of the bracket. Then on the right side of the bracket, you got Notre Dame, Indiana, Georgia, Boise State, Penn State, and SMU. Who you think got the easier side?
The second side?
That's the Georgia side?
No, hold on. Yeah, Georgia side,
Georgia side got a cakewalk.
Yeah.
Oregon, Texas. The side Oregon on, they got Ohio State, Tennessee, and Texas.
That's why they ain't gonna make it.
I can't even. I don't know who on Georgia side. I mean, Notre Dame can probably beat Georgia, but I don't really see nobody on that side. I think that left side is definitely strong, the stronger side. Right. All right. So let's go. First matchup: 9 versus 10. Ohio State and Tennessee. Who you got? The winner plays Oregon in the Rose Bowl.
Without a doubt, Nico, Tennessee.
I'm going Tennessee too. I just got this feeling. I just got this feeling. I know, and Tennessee been showing us all year that they are a championship team when they play right. Depends, like you, and you said the key name, Nico. Which Nico you get? Do you get the Nico that looked like he ready to win the Heisman, or if you get the Nico that looked like he shouldn't have never been no 5-star?
Right.
And I think that Tennessee defense is lights out when they bring it. They physical up front. I just don't believe in Will Howard. I've been saying Ohio State wasn't who everybody was trying to make them out to be all year anyway, and they showed that in that Michigan game. And I'm going Tennessee. I just feel like it's going to be the upset of the playoff. Well, not really an upset because it's 9 versus 8, but it'll be an upset in terms of brand. Like everybody else, right? Everybody assumed Ohio State was going to be the national champ. And then the other side of that, all the pressure on Ohio State.
All the pressure.
You got to think about it. Number one all year, for most of the year. Everybody putting y'all to the national championship favorites. Ryan Day on the hot seat because you can't beat Michigan, even with Jim Harbaugh out there. And you lost to Michigan at home. Michigan 5-5 or 6-6 or whatever they ended up being. You know, and then, like I said, you lost to Oregon close. But I don't believe in Will Howard, and I think all the pressure on Ryan Day to win. If Ryan Day loses this game, I don't think he returns as coach next year.
I can agree with that.
I just don't. You end the season. You this is a championship or bust year, and
you got to run the table. You got to run the table.
You got to run the table and maybe lose in the championship game. That's the only way he keep his job.
Yep.
You let Kyle McCord go. He killing it at Syracuse, so he clearly wasn't the problem. And you got Will Howard, who is killing you and your team, and while you losing some games. And to me, I feel like you wasting a bunch of good receivers and some good defensive players. And then on that note, Caleb Downs. Nobody talks about Caleb Downs, but Caleb Downs was one of the best freshman safeties in the country last year at Alabama. You go to Ohio State. So was it the Bama system? Is Caleb Downs not being used properly, or is the Caleb Downs not as good as people thought he was? What you think?
Good questions. Ohio State. I'm gonna blame Ohio State.
Right. That's what I blame too.
I'm blaming Ohio State because it's in the water. You look at former players. It's the same with them. They get to the league, teared up.
So first round matchup, we both got Tennessee moving on to the Rose Bowl to face Oregon. Second matchup on that same side, we're gonna stay at that same side. Texas versus Clemson.
I'm going Texas. I think they're gonna be too much for Clemson. Clemson passed some good ball. I hope. Yeah, I'm going Texas.
I'm going Texas too, and I'm going Texas in a blowout. I don't think it's gonna be close.
I couldn't agree with that.
I don't think it's going to be close. And let me add in for people who don't know, these first-round playoff games are hosted. So Ohio State is at home hosting Tennessee, and Texas is at home hosting Clemson. They are going to beat the brakes off Clemson. I think for the one, Steve Sarkisian know that they got a point to prove. You got to prove that you belong. You got to prove you can't beat Georgia. You beat everybody but Georgia. And you should be playing with a chip on your shoulder. You should coach with a chip on your shoulder. They got. I think they're gonna be motivated. The fans gonna be crazy. They never played. Texas and Clemson ain't never played in the history of football. And I don't think. And Clemson played in some big environments. I don't think they've ever played in an environment that they're gonna see when they go to Austin, Texas. So we both got Texas moving on to the second round in the Peach Bowl against Arizona State. So on the left side we got the second round. Oregon versus Tennessee and Arizona State versus Texas. On the right side of the bracket, you got Indiana, Notre Dame.
I'm going Notre Dame.
I'm going Notre Dame too.
I don't believe in Notre Dame. Well, I definitely believe in Indiana. Notre Dame.
I think it's going to be a good physical game. I do believe Indiana has a chance to win if they can make it a shootout, because Indiana's offense has shown all year that they can be explosive. Notre Dame offense hasn't shown they can be explosive. They're going to run the ball down your throat. So if Indiana can make it a shootout, I could see them winning. I don't think they can out-physical Notre Dame if that's how the game goes. So we both picking Notre Dame to move on to the Sugar Bowl to play Georgia. On the bottom side of that bracket is Penn State and SMU.
I'm gonna go. I hope they don't have a slow start. I hope they can, start off good. Cause they kind of showed me some last round. I didn't believe in them at all. I felt like they shouldn't be in playoff. But I'm gonna go SMU.
Oh, boy, going SMU with the upset. I'm definitely gonna take SMU with the points on Hard Rock, but I'm not gonna pick them. I think they can win, and I hope they win. I hope that Rhett Lashley take this opportunity to put the whole country on notice of not only who he is as a coach, but the SMU program, because people are not taking them serious. And usually, for teams like that, where they're back against the wall, no respect, you got a point to prove, and all the pressure on Penn State. They coach James Franklin in the same boat Ryan Day in. You having some really good teams, some really good seasons. You ain't won nothing yet. So how long before they start talking about James Franklin's job being on the line? I wouldn't say he's going to get fired as much as I would say Ryan Day would, but his seat would definitely be hot if they lose his first round game to SMU. And I'd be hard pressed to believe that he makes it through next year without winning the Big 12 Big 10, I'm sorry, if he loses the SMU. I think SMU can pull the upset. I'm pulling for SMU, but I'm going to pick Penn State to win the game. I just think the physicality side of it, what SMU showed me against Clemson, and they end up being able to tweak and build and play around it, but I think the physicality that Clemson showed that SMU wasn't ready for. They wasn't ready for the D-line, O-line and D-line physicality and big boys up front. I think if Penn State can control I think Penn State they can control the line of scrimmage, and they can control the time of possession and keep the SMU offense off the field. Is at home at Penn State, and I think Penn State gonna win. Notre Dame is also at home. I forgot to say that Notre Dame is at home versus Indiana. So I'm gonna go Penn State on the whiteout, beat SMU. So that'll put Penn State up against BYU. Penn State and Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl, Georgia, Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl, Oregon, Tennessee in the Rose Bowl, and Arizona State and Texas in the Peach Bowl. I'm gonna start on the right side this time, so we started on the left side last time. So in the second round, we got Georgia, Notre Dame. Who you going with?
Georgia. Without a question. Yeah, I got Georgia. I understand they're gonna be out everything. I got no question for ETN. It don't even matter how Beck play. I just think the defense, all that, is just gonna be too much for them boys.
Yeah, I'm going Georgia too. I'm going Georgia for the simple fact if they defense play like they did against Texas the both times and Alabama in the second half of that game, it's gonna be hard to score. It's gonna be hard to move the ball on them. And Notre Dame can't stretch the field. See, the only way
is Carson Beck playing? Is Carson Beck
I don't know. Nah, I don't think I know he's not playing the first round for sure. He's not playing the first round game for sure. I don't even think it matters.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
To beat Georgia, you got to be able to do what Bama did. You got to be able to do what Georgia Tech did, having that running quarterback element, catching them off guard and keeping them off balance and stretching the field. I don't think Notre Dame can stretch the field. Notre Dame coming out there thinking they're going to out physical and just run the ball down Georgia's throat is not going to happen. Sorry, Notre Dame fans, but you're not going to out physical Georgia. And I think if you one dimensional against Georgia, the way them boys fly around and play instinctively, it's not no chance.
They can literally win with the defense. A low scoring game and the defense copy every single goddamn time. They can do that. Y'all can.
Just like they did in the SEC championship game.
Yeah, they can do
that. Against a team who has the weapons to stretch the field. Notre Dame ain't going 4-5 wide and spreading you out. So if you think you finna dink and dunk, hit the tight end and run the ball on Georgia, man, you hope your opponent, make sure your opponent stretch and your field goal kicker stretch, because they're gonna be utilized a lot. So we can both agree that Georgia's gonna move on to the Final Four in the Cotton Bowl. Who's gonna play Georgia? You got Boise State and Penn State.
I don't like either one of them matchups. I'm gonna go Boise.
Oh, that's a good pick. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Penn State. I'm gonna go Penn State only because I don't know if Boise State can throw the ball. I don't know what kind of passing game they got. I don't think you
Actually,
just gonna.
the last time we talked, and I seen him in the championship game, he can throw a little bit. He
Okay.
can throw a little bit. I don't know about I ain't really see no deep balls, but I seen
Right.
some nice little shoulder throws. Well, yeah, he can throw a little bit.
I'm going Penn State because I don't think Boise State is just going to be able to line up. And I love Genty. I think he's one of he's a generational running back. If it weren't for Travis Hunter, he'll be easy Heisman winner. I think he'll do good in this game. I just don't think that Boise can just run the ball all game, 4 quarters against Penn State, because that's what Penn State built on. They built on the big uglies up front, being physical, slow NFL style game. That's what Penn State do. So to me, Boise State, their style of play plays into the way Penn State want to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they're gonna be able to do that to Penn State all game. And I think Penn State will be able to hit those passes down the field when they need to, because Drew Aller is a capable quarterback to attack you down the field. I'm gonna go Penn State to beat Boise State, which would set up a matchup with Penn State and Georgia in the Final Four. All right, moving to the other side, Tennessee, Oregon.
Tennessee, Oregon. I'm going Tennessee.
Woo! That boy taking Tennessee to pop them boys. Right? That's not a bad pick. I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
believe in Oregon.
Right. I'm gonna go Oregon. I'm gonna go Oregon only because they the hottest team in the country. They've been hot. I think they're gonna continue to be hot. I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee win though, because we've seen Oregon get in the big games before and lose the game in the trenches, and we already know championships are won in the trenches. So
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee win, but I'm gonna go Oregon to beat Tennessee. Arizona State, Texas.
Texas, without a doubt.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be close. They in the
Gonna be
Peach Bowl. I'm gonna go Texas. I think Texas gonna. Now, and that's no disrespect to Dillingham and his team. They've been playing they out their mind. They was actually picked preseason to finish last in the Big 12, and they won the Big 12. So
well,
kudos to them. Huh?
use mine for motivation because it's totally disrespect. I don't think y'all stand a damn chance.
Them boys 11-0 with a quarterback playing. The only game they lost, they ended up being 11-1. The only game they lost, their quarterback ain't playing.
And then
So
for the running back, to say he's the best running back in the country, man,
Scatterboot. Yeah, Scatterboot toting that tater now. I'm just going with Texas. Huh?
Eat his ass up.
I'm going with Texas. I picked Texas at the beginning of the year. Although they let me down twice against Georgia, my ego won't let me pick against them. So I'm going to keep riding with them. I just think their defense is built for championship. I don't know why they haven't been playing up to that level. But if they bring it and Quinn Ewers stop doing stupid stuff, they could win. I like Texas over Arizona State. So we didn't agree on Tennessee, Oregon. So the Final Four on the other side, I got Oregon, you got Tennessee. One of them got to play Texas in the Orange Bowl. So let's just say if Tennessee or Oregon makes it to one of us gonna make it. So the Tennessee and Oregon winner versus Texas in the Orange Bowl. Who you got winning that?
I got Tennessee and Texas.
Yeah, who you got winning that?
Tennessee and Texas. I got Tennessee.
Woo! You got Tennessee all the way to the championship.
Yes, I think it'll be. I always say I think it'll be Tennessee and Georgia.
Woo! That's a bold prediction, but I wouldn't be surprised at it. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised at it. That's a bold. That boy got Tennessee going all the way. I would not be surprised because Tennessee played this year like they was definitely a championship playoff team. Would not surprise me a little bit if they make a run. You got them beating Texas and making it. So Dom, y'all heard it here. Dom has Tennessee in the national championship game. I'm gonna
Yes, sir.
pick. I'm picking Texas. On my side of that, I got Texas and Oregon. I got Texas beating Oregon. I got Texas winning the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and also during this Texas run, I'm also banking on Arch Manning being a part of it. Not so much Arch Manning being a starter, but Arch Manning has to be included in the play in the playbook. He's got to be included in the scheme. He's got to have his packages, and I'm pretty sure Steve Sarkisian knows that. And I'm hoping they're using all these bowl practices to get him ready, get his packages ready. So I'm gonna go with Texas to make the national championship from the left side. Now on the right side, we had Georgia. We both had Georgia making it to the Final Four. Who you had? We both had Penn State, right?
No,
Oh,
I
who
have
you
to.
had? No, you had Penn.
Georgia.
I had Penn State beating SMU. You had SMU beating Penn State,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And who you had winning out of SMU and Boise? Boise
Nah,
or
see,
SMU?
we ain't had that matchup. You told me Penn State was hard, but if I had Boise and Penn State, I mean, if I had Boise and SMU, I'm going SMU.
Okay. So did we not go down to the SMU Boise one?
No, you had Boise and Penn State.
Yeah. I got Boise and Penn State. You got Boise and SMU with Boise winning.
Yeah.
So you got
SMU.
Boise playing Georgia in the Final Four.
No, I got SMU beating Boise.
Oh, you got SMU beating Boise. You got SMU in the Final Four. Oh, this boy
SMU,
going March Madness
Georgia,
style on us.
Georgia,
Georgia
SMU,
and SMU.
Tennessee. Yeah,
Yeah, you got Georgia, SMU, Tennessee, and Texas in your Final Four.
yeah.
I got Georgia. I got Penn State, Texas, and Oregon. And you got Tennessee
Georgia
making the national championship versus Georgia. I got Georgia. I got Georgia beating Penn State to make the national championship game.
versus
So
Texas.
versus Texas.
Who you got winning? Third time the charm.
Man, I gotta go. See, this is my thing. Now, this is where it's hard for me because I've been picking Texas since preseason, and people keep saying,
Yeah,
"Well, Texas ain't playing nobody. Texas ain't beat nobody." I didn't pick Texas because of this season. I picked Texas in the
yeah.
preseason because of
I can vouch for
because of
that.
what
Yeah,
right because of what Steve Sarkisian has been building, what he got on his roster. Like the makeup of that team is a championship team. I got to stick with Texas. I just got to stick with Texas. That's who I picked beginning of the year. I ain't gonna flip on them now. I got Texas winning national championship.
and you know it's so funny if yours do play out, Georgia and Texas again in the championship. I think Georgia gonna beat their ass again. And I don't believe in the. See, that's my thing. You can't beat a team 10 times in 1 year. I don't believe in that. But Georgia done did
Right,
it. I just think they just got Texas number, and I just think
right,
mentally Texas don't want to play Georgia. They want Georgia
right.
to lose. They don't want to
Lose,
face
right. I
Georgia.
want Georgia to lose, so I could be right.
I really, yeah. I think from the teams we looking at, it's favorite. Just me thinking this matchup, I just think it's favorite for Georgia and Tennessee.
Right.
If we
I
would
would.
threw
I would not be
Miami,
surprised.
if we would threw Miami in the mix, we would threw Alabama. That's why I said I don't want to sound like Cam Newton because he said it, but man, some of these teams, I'm just being real with you.
Right.
I understand what boys are doing. I understand Gentry doing his thing. I commit, man. I don't really want to see you. I don't want to see Penn
Right.
State. I don't want to see Boise. Definitely don't want to see no damn Arizona State. I can deal with SMU, bro. Like I don't want to SMU in the ACC, bro, and almost won that bill. Like first year, like that's a Texas. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? First year ACC, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
uh, I don't want to downgrade Arizona State, but I would rather see Miami.
Right.
I would have seen Bama than Arizona State, but definitely Miami though. Some kind of way, bro. They should have put Miami in the
They should have
ACC.
put Miami in
Some
there.
kind of way, bro. Because Miami could be ill. I'm just saying. I'm just saying on paper, and for what you got as a quarterback, which is a strong nucleus. Like I don't care who you lost against, because everybody in the damn playoffs don't lost. So everybody
Right.
don't lost. But Miami as a team with Cam Ward as their quarterback, we line up those 12 teams, they could beat any of those teams.
I agree.
I
I
ain't saying
agree.
they
Definitely
win,
would.
but they could. They could beat any of those teams. They
And that's
had to
why
put
I
them
was.
boys in.
That's why I've been telling people, like, I'm not against the schools that are in it, but I think the only way to do the way people want it done, we got to stop talking about strength of schedule because that doesn't matter. You got to stop talking about who didn't play who because that's irrelevant because people are in the conference they are in and the conference has been what the conferences are for so long. The only way you can eliminate this team didn't play that team, this team ain't play this team strength for schedule is to put all the big dogs in one conference or one league. Put them in one league. And then you can say, okay, how did Texas do against Oregon during the regular season? How did Ohio State do against Georgia in the regular season? How did Bama do against Ohio State in the regular? You know what I'm saying? Like how did Penn State do against?
Yeah, we need more. We need more out of conference games, which people are doing.
Right.
Which people are doing, but
because you can't. It's hard to say what South Carolina would do in the Big Ten or the Big 12. They're not in the Big Ten and the Big 12. That's an irrelevant argument because some people were saying, "Oh, a 9-3 South Carolina, 9-3 Ole Miss. What if they had such as any other schedule? We don't know. They're never going to have those schedules."
I just want when it comes down to prime time, which is the playoffs. I mean, I do want different teams to play each other like who we've never seen before. I just want the best football, and I don't think some of these teams gonna provide the best football, bro.
The other idea, if you're not going to put everybody in one conference or one league, I seen somebody mention like a league, is if you just say the college football playoff people, they're one who creating this problem. Change the criteria and say, first of all, they need to get rid of them automatic bid. Automatic bid for conference champion, or the bye. I'm sorry, the automatic bye for conference champion need to go out the way.
This is what I don't agree with too, though. Even though I mean, I'm glad they got in though, because I'm really feeling SMU. But it's like, bro, if you compete for the conference championship and you lose, bro, they stick to the boy, your ass gone, boy.
Right.
How you lose the conference championship and you still in the playoffs? So
because they're 11. There was 11 and there was 12 and 0. 11 and 0. What it was 12 and 0.
I get it, but Clemson who beat you, I don't put work. I don't care if I was 6-6. I put the work in. I don't beat you. So now we move on to the next stage. And you there too? Right. I don't like that.
I would be more saying Clemson shouldn't have got in at 9-3 than I would SMU at 11-1. I mean, well, they lost two. My bad. They lost to BYU 11-2.
After winning the conference though.
So because you gotta if you say you gotta think about it. If you saying take SMU out, they only loss was to BYU, who was a playoff team majority of the year. They finished the year. Whatever they end up being, I forgot what.
Then, let's see you analyzing that. It seems like you using strength of schedule because you using who they lost against as a player.
No, I'm just saying you only had one loss during the year to a good team, and your second loss came in the conference championship game. So you tell them. So I went through the whole year only one loss, and you're gonna put a team with 3 in over.
So I'm gonna reward you for not winning the conference. Nah, I can't. I don't get that. You 6-6. I'm like the NFL. You know that year. I forgot who that was. They were like 6-5 or some shit. They had a losing record.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. I forgot what that was.
You got to finish, bro. Let's just roll. I don't care what you're doing. If your ass don't win the conference, you don't deserve to be there. No disrespect.
Nah,
I'm glad they got there though, because I like SMU. They show a lot of heart.
Right. That takes me to my other idea.
Well, not everybody. Put it like this. Let's just say the same shit played out this year. All right, and we're gonna use SMU because that's a great example. So we're gonna everything play out. Now everybody else who ain't make it, second run up, boy, your ass ain't going. Can't stay. Right. I don't get there yet. Came back, but we just gonna pick one team that's with it. We gonna book all y'all down. SMU, we gonna line y'all up. Penn State.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, and one of y'all can go. Everybody can. Every runner up can go. And I say, out of all the run up, SMU was the only team deserved to go, in my opinion. Every run up can go, dog.
So that's my that take me to my good. That's a good segue to my other point. So the other thing they need to do, eliminate guaranteed spots, right? I mean, not all guaranteed spots. Have 4 guaranteed spots of the big conferences. You Big 12, Big 10, ACC, SEC. If you win those conferences, those 4 automatically in, right? And what the committee and then what the committee do is you don't give any criteria outside of that. See, the problem with the committee is they're saying the top 12 ranked teams or the top 12 don't even use that criteria. What you should say is the only people who are guaranteed a spot in the playoffs is the 4 conference champions, because you got to add in that Notre Dame got in and they don't even play a conference. They're not even a part of a conference. So you tell Notre Dame the only way you guaranteed to get in is if you get your ass in the conference, or if this criteria that I'm going to say that they need to go with 4 conference champions of the Big Four, Power Four, because it ain't Power Five no more since Pac-12 ain't a conference no more. But those 14, ACC champ, SEC champ, Big Ten champ, and Big 12 champ, you automatically in, right? The other 8 spots, the committee picks the best 8 teams regardless of record.
That's what I go with. Because that's an honor how you going to get good football, bro. Like, let's stop all the bullshit. Like, that's an honor how you and I think that way, SMU still would have got in. I think that way. You don't think so? At 11-1?
Nah. If you tell the committee pick the best 8 football teams regardless of record.
You're right, because you got shit, Miami, Bama. Yeah, SMU wouldn't have made it. They probably wouldn't have made it. That was
they may still have made it.
Because you still got to
because you got to think about it. So if we went with that, Ole Miss, South Carolina, these still got to include Penn State. You still got to include Notre Dame, Indiana, all these teams that didn't win their conference, Ohio State, Tennessee, Texas.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get some. Oh shit! You said Texas. Texas didn't win the SEC.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So SMU don't get in. SMU not in.
That's gonna be even harder inside there.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
That's the only way to do it. If you say, okay, if everybody gonna just bitch and complain about why this team they ain't played nobody, because now you got to think about it with the way I just said. Boise State not even in. Not guaranteed. Not guaranteed, because you ain't gonna count the Mountain West as a guaranteed spot. So the only people would be in with my method. The only people that be in with my method would be Georgia, Clemson, Arizona State, and Oregon. They'll be the only 4 guaranteed spots. Everybody else, you pick the best team without, like, forget their record. So now you got to choose between Miami in and that Ole Miss in. South Carolina probably in. You got Bama in.
What South Carolina record was?
9-3. They're the same record of Ole Miss.
Nah, you can't put. It's either.
But remember now, with this method, you're not picking off a record. You're picking off the best football team.
But I still say, due to some kind of fairness, out of those 3, out of those group of 3, Ole Miss, Bama, and South Carolina, you only pick 2.
But that's what I'm saying. You eliminate. We eliminate fair. We're eliminating the right thing to do.
It need to be with that way. It need to be some kind of limitation per conference, though.
You can't.
That shit gonna be crazy.
Because you got to think about it. The biggest argument is everybody keeps saying all on Facebook that the SEC got the toughest schedule. The SEC play the toughest teams. The SEC beat each other up. So you got to eliminate. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And people who complaining, if you let the committee pick the 8 best teams, without the record, the SEC gonna get 5 people in there.
It's gonna be SEC, Miami.
Right. So
that's the only team outside of that shit can really say, "Boy, listen, I don't give a damn what that's rank shit we ain't beat. I don't give a damn. Look at my, you know what I'm saying?" Yeah.
Right.
So Colorado.
That's the only way. Now, see, Colorado get you. The committee might value Colorado, so Colorado may be in that scenario. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, especially.
Let me see that poll. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they get in because that's 8, 9. With Colorado and Miami, that'd be only 9. From my calculation, from the 4.
So you got it.
those top four, those three, Bama, Ole Miss, and who said Bama, Ole Miss, and South
Bama, Ole
Carolina.
Miss, Miami, South
That's
Carolina,
12. Well, with Miami, that's 8. With
Colorado.
Colorado, that's 9. You still got 2 more. So you probably can throw SMU and no, you
No,
can't.
you ain't even talked about Tennessee, Ohio State, Texas yet.
Oh my God, you can't even do that shit. So yeah, like I said, Colorado don't make it.
That's the 12.
Colorado don't
That's
make
the
it.
12 right there. You got four. You got four already.
Okay,
Georgia,
9.
Oregon, Arizona State, and Clemson. That's your 4. The
That's
champions,
your 4.
right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. You got then
Miami.
you throw Miami 5, Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State,
7,
Texas,
8.
Miami.
You gotta say Miami.
Oh, Bama,
Bama 9.
Ole Miss,
Ole Miss 10.
South Carolina,
Tampa 11.
Colorado.
I would rather see that shit though. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Man, that shit
I don't
crazy. They
give a
should,
damn who cry. If you give me that right there, I'm breaking the
boy, that's
bank
a real
against you,
playoff.
man.
I ain't gonna lie.
Come
But
on, bro.
we just did some shit.
That,
We just did some shit
man,
on the fly. But
man,
boy, that's
on
a
the
hell of a
fly
playoff
now.
right there.
Come on, now you do that shit. I'm locked the fuck in. Like
Right,
I'm finna get to one of these games. But see,
right,
this way it's like, man, I want that shit on TV. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
That way, that's what I want to see, bro. Come
That's
on,
that,
bro.
and I put that on Facebook the other day. I said the only way you can eliminate all that complaining and this team ain't played this team, that team ain't played that team, this team had a tougher road. Okay, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. But the committee got to set the rules. See, the reason why is like it is now because the committee set rules that we're gonna let certain teams in no matter what. They got to eliminate that and
Yeah.
say, look, we ain't letting certain teams in no matter what. The only 4 teams getting in is the champions of the Power 4 conferences. After
That's
that,
it.
we're gonna pick the best 8 football team,
And we
regardless of
should,
ranking and records.
yeah. Yeah. And boy, you give me that playout you just read off. Oh my God, I'm calling in to work. I don't give one list. That's what I'm saying. That's gonna put the world in a frenzy. People may cry. Oh, my team make more than get boom, all that right there. But boy, when that shit start in the end,
Man, listen,
you
you
gonna get the
talking about
best kind
a
of.
playoff matchup of Colorado, what we was talking about, Colorado, Miami.
Come on, man. You got all that in the mix. We got all.
You
You
can
ain't
you
know who gonna play. Oh, come on, dog.
you could go Bama,
Yeah.
you can go Bama, Ohio State first round playoff.
Come on, man.
Now the only bad thing with that is you end up with some SEC versus SEC team because
And
it
that's
ain't enough,
fine.
right? But you
That's
end up with
fine.
probably like a South Carolina, unless you
Ole
don't put
Miss.
Miami and Colorado on. Now, if you don't put Miami and Colorado against each other, then you go something like Colorado versus Ole Miss, Miami versus Bama,
I say to do that shit, split ads up in like regions. Well, you still gonna
right?
get SEC to SEC
You
because
still
it's
would
gonna be a
get yeah.
lot.
The
Yeah,
only
it's
way
gonna be
you
too
could
many
do it
teams.
is you would have to do because you could do Texas and Ohio State. You could do like I said, you could do Colorado versus any one of the SEC schools, Miami
Mhm.
versus one of the
And
SEC
that,
schools.
who don't want to see that? Who don't want to
Right,
see Shadur versus SEC? Who don't want to see Canada War? That's what I'm saying, dog. Fuck all the
right.
goddamn what's right. No, that is right. Like I don't want to see all the little play shit, dog. I mean, I don't want to see it. I'm not even watching Arizona State in the playoffs. Period. I'm not
You
watching the
match
whole
that
thing.
shit up. You match that shit up. All the SEC teams. You line up all the SEC teams, right? And you say we gonna make sure that they don't play each other, and then you line them up against all the non-SEC teams. That's how you do it.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be some exciting football, bro. And I think fan wise, shit, 90% of the world will be satisfied with that. Bro, I'm trying to tell
Locked
you right
in,
now.
locked in.
I'll be taking those days off, bro. Whether I can get to the game
And
or not, if I got to stay and watch it at home or not, I'll be locked in.
and then you increase the value of the playoffs, and you increase the value of the regular season. Because now, as a
Mm-hmm.
program, I'm not giving up the season just because I got 2 losses. Or I get this third loss. Now every game, every now I know at 9-3, 10-2, maybe even 8-4. You know what I'm saying? If I got a value, if I got a valuable schedule, I'm 8-4 and I'm playing good football. they may still put me in. So now so without increasing the number of teams who can get in the playoffs, you don't do that. You just increase the chances of everybody getting in. So outside of the 4, you saying so anybody from 5 through 25 can get in the playoff.
Exactly, bro.
We know they won't get in, but if I'm ranked 20,
you got a matchup though outside of the playoffs as well. You know what I'm saying? Because all the
right.
SMU and boys, you can match their ass up. You'll
Right.
have better matchups, bro. Than all these little bullshit.
And then to make sure that when everybody keep talking about what the bowl game's meaningless and so with that, I seen somebody post on Twitter about an NIT version of college football, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So outside of the main playoff, right, just like March Madness, everybody don't make the field of March Madness, but they got the NIT tournament for everybody who don't make March Madness. So the college, and when I seen that post, I was like, this shit is an amazing idea. So you got the regular playoff. Everybody that don't make the playoff, you create the NIT version of it. So everybody who don't make the playoff, you create another championship formula and use the bowl game.
You pretty much doing it now without doing it. So why
you're doing it now without doing it? Yeah. So you got the national champion, and then you keep all the bowl games that you currently got, and then you just put the better matchups in another playoff, and you keep all the bowl games. Now everybody don't get to make the second. So the second set of playoffs is for the other higher ranked teams. They can still play for a championship, and then you have the regular bowl game for everybody. The 60-16, the 75 team.
That would be ideal, bro.
And you run them games first. You run them games first, or you can run them same night. You know what I'm saying? You can run the same night. Get your 3 games going. You got a 5 o'clock game, 7 o'clock game, and an 8 o'clock. I mean, you have to go 5. Especially on like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, when everybody you might have to go early, and they might go 3:30.
Yeah.
3:30, 5, and 8. You know what I'm saying? And you do that every day or some shit like that.
That'd be ideal. That'd be nice though. I'll be locked in.
Man, they need to pay. They need to pay us to do the damn playoff bracket for them. That's what you do. You eliminate all that, and you say two different playoffs, one for the national championship, and then I don't know what you could call the other one. I don't know what you could call the other bracket. You call it something, and then you roll with it like that. Everybody get to play for something. Boom. And then like I said, you increase the value of the regular season, you increase the value of the bowl game. Because now, instead of Boise State being mad.
Yeah, but that shit will increase everything though. Like even people who declare for the draft is not playing, they're gonna play now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna play.
Like you still getting a championship.
The dude from South Carolina who declared the top one on the team, guess what? He's gonna play now because he got a shot to go on to all this. Come on, man. Yeah, that'll be ideal. That'd be great right there. I'll be locked in that.
So we got both of us got Georgia in the championship. I got Georgia, Texas. You got Georgia, Tennessee. I got Texas winning. You got Georgia winning. I got to ride with Georgia. The SEC, the third. Well, you ain't got the third rematch because you got Tennessee. But the SEC final, SEC championship game, if it continues to be that, I seen another report where people was talking about the SEC demanding 4 to 5 guaranteed spots in the playoff every year for their teams. I don't agree with that. I like my formula better. I think you should just get a 4 top conference champions the spots and then pick the other 8. Yeah. And then when you tell everybody that, hey, we ain't got to pick you because you're 11-1. We ain't got to pick you because you're 12-0. We ain't got to pick you because you won your conference. If you're not in those main 4 conferences, we saying everybody will have an opportunity based on what kind of football we feel like you're playing. And I think that'll eliminate everybody because right now everybody feeling entitled. The reason why SMU in there because people feel entitled.
Yep. And that'll make teams like Boise, SMU, all of y'all reach out. Hey, you got to put them on the schedule.
You got to put some teams on the schedule.
Florida State this year. Yeah, let's see. I want to see you get to the big dance and choke or even win. It's like it don't even matter. I want to see that early on so I know what I'm up against. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That'll also make teams, like you say, that's a good point you just made because that's going to make teams put the harder teams on their schedule. So a team, I'm not a firm believer in saying a team playing somebody they get discredited, but it'll make a team like Boise say instead of my in conference ain't that strong. All right. So now I got to go out and play 4 teams that's gonna bring me. It don't got to be Bama. It don't got to be Ohio State. Go grab somebody else from their conferences. Go grab you a South Carolina. Go grab you a Florida who ain't really, you know what I'm saying, a top team right now. Go grab you a Florida State. Go grab you a Indiana during the regular season. Go grab some of these teams and say, okay, I'm gonna play them. I might not play. Go grab you Go grab you a Clemson. Clemson's still a top team, but it ain't a team like, okay, I ain't gonna like you ain't gonna ask to play Texas. You know what I'm saying? But poor Texas A&M. Poor Texas A&M, they beatable. They're a good team, but they beatable. Pull you with LSU. You know what I'm saying? Pull you some of them teams. Hell.
That's what I want to see done, because you'll have more excited college football regular season. Playoffs will be goddamn crazy. Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what we need to see.
The regular season where you watching every week. Arizona State going to grab and playing Clemson in the regular season. Arizona State head coach used to be at Florida State. He was the OC there. Now he reach out to Florida State about November and say, let's play each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got another good game. So this week Florida State playing Georgia Tech. Next week they playing Arizona State. Next week they playing Florida. The next week they playing Miami. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like every week.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna have to do. That'll eliminate all that strength of schedule. That'll eliminate all that by saying I'm not gonna put you.
Yeah, so now boys got 2 or 3 losses. Yeah, don't even supposed to be there anyways.
or if let's say Boise scheduled 4 teams, a team like Boise scheduled 4 teams outside a conference that's viewed as a top tier conference player, and they go 2-2. They go 2-2 in them games.
That's a good argument still, though.
And then they run through their conference. So now I'm 10-2, and my only 2 losses is to the teams that y'all view the top tier.
The 10-2 that way, what you said, is way more efficient than 12-0 this way.
The other way, right? I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
Oh yeah, boy, they 10-2. They only lost against South Carolina and Ole Miss, bro. I'm with that.
Right, and then you get to see. It also depends on how they lose. So if you schedule them, if you schedule a Vanderbilt or you schedule a Arkansas, and they over here 7-5 or 8-4, and they beat your ass, you know what I'm saying? And then you still end up 10-2. That's a different 10-2.
That's a different argument. Yeah. You're gonna go to the other side.
So now the committee can say, we're not putting you in because we don't think you one of the best 8 teams in the country, because we seen you play some of it. Like if let's say Boise was 10-2 the way we talking about, right? And then you got a 9-3 Ole Miss, and you say, okay, well Boise 9-2, Ole Miss 9-3, but now you can compare and say, okay, look how Ole Miss fared against Arkansas, South Carolina. Now look how Boise State fared against them. If because Ole Miss beat the shit out of South Carolina this year. But let's just say Ole Miss beat South Carolina by 17-21. But the game, you could tell Ole Miss controlled and dominated the game, like when you actually watch the game. And then you say Boise State played South Carolina, and South Carolina beat Boise State, and South Carolina controlled the game and dominated the game. Now you can do some comparison and say, well, I don't believe Boise is one of the best 18 because when they played a like opponent, South Carolina look superior to them, and so now you can start making some of those comparisons that everybody trying to make. You can't say, well, SMU couldn't beat this team. You don't know. They didn't play, and they didn't even play similar opponents.
Yeah.
The Ole Miss, South Carolina, Bama argument. Now, if the final spot was between them 3. You got something to work with because Bama played this team and Ole Miss beat the shit out of South Carolina. South Carolina played this team close. You know what I'm saying? Bama lost to Oklahoma. What did such and such do against Oklahoma? Then you can kind of compare, but it's hard to compare the way we're doing it because these teams don't play each other.
Matchups because of what conference they
right. If let's say Vanderbilt, people assume Vanderbilt would be have X, Y, and Z record if they was in the Big Ten. You don't know that. They could go over there, and I think South Carolina, Vanderbilt will be the same teams in a Big 12 out of Big 10. They still gonna be around 9-3, 8-4. I don't see them just going over there and dominate just because they play in the SEC and they only losing the SEC team. Because we've seen SEC teams in bowl games get their ass whooped and pushed around by other outside conferences. So I don't understand why these SEC fans feel like, well, 9-3. Now Ole Miss, because they're a different caliber, probably would go to the Big 10 and be undefeated, or at least close to one loss. Right. Bama, this year, they could still have 2-3 losses in the Big 10 out of the Big 12 because they lost the team. They lost to Oklahoma, who was 6-6 that come from the Big 12. You lost to Vanderbilt, who's the bottom of the back. Well, I ain't gonna say bottom back, but who's like a lower tier in the SEC. So I'm just like, when you start looking at it like that, I don't guarantee that if Bama was in the Big 10, that they would have a better record than Indiana, or the same record than Indiana. Right, not this year. Now Georgia, you put Georgia in the Big 12 or the Big 10, then they probably definitely unscathed. They unscathed because they Tennessee. I don't know. I could see them still losing two games in the Big 10 because you got to play Oregon, you got to play Ohio State, you got to play Penn State. You know what I'm saying? So I can see them still losing.
Yeah, I don't see them on the table undefeated. Yeah, 1 or 2 losses, guaranteed.
I say Clemson. I could still see Clemson having the same 2-3 losses whether it was in the Big 10 or the Big 12. Because now you got to play Colorado. Now you got to play Arizona State. Now you got to play Iowa State. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to play Kansas. Kansas got hot late. You know, you got to play Nebraska. They play hard. So like I was saying, it's hard to say that just because I lost 3 games in what's supposed to be the best conference, that I could go somewhere else and win all them games, because that's not guaranteed.
Yeah, football play every goddamn Saturday is different.
Well, all right, bro. I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer. Y'all, thank y'all for joining in. Everybody that joined in, everybody that commented. Real Spirit with Dupree. My boy Don Yates. He got, just to recap, we both got Georgia in the championship from the right side. On the left side, I got Texas. Left side, he got Tennessee. He got Georgia winning it. I got Texas winning it. We're gonna come back at these bowl games and these playoff games get played to try to see, where we was at, see where we was at, see who was right or wrong. I actually got a thing on ESPN. I got the bowl thing on ESPN, like they do for March Madness. I had posted it. I don't know how many people joined it, but I'm still gonna write mine down so when we come back on the show, we can see where everybody was at, where everybody finished at. But yeah, man, till the next time, y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Real Spirit with Dupree, featuring Don. We out. Stay classy, Tallahassee.
Yes, sir.